So what's up, guys? My name is Script Skynet. This is the DigiByte Comm Talk, and we have some special guests here, the DigiByte Brothers, Michael Moore and G Hines 11. How you guys doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having us on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, how could I not? This is the community comm talk. I mean, this is the DigiByte community talk. So, the advantage on this show is we get to talk to whoever we want to talk to, as long as you're willing to talk. We don't have to always go after big names. I'm more willing to engage with us small people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think we need to be here for the wave of new people who's going to join cryptocurrency, because it's so much easier to get people on board with DigiByte than Bitcoin. There's just so many positive things about DigiByte that doing these videos, even with the smaller people like us, people watch them and then they learn from them. And it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, in fact, you guys are doing an awesome job as well. So when I started this DigiByte Comm Talk, you guys started the DigiByte Brothers, and you guys were communicating relatively the same time we started this without our prior knowledge, right? I mean, you guys talk about some great tips like keys, not your crypto, market capitalization instead of price. You guys have great dialogue and a connection between each other, which, that's why you guys are the DigiByte Brothers. So who evangelized to who? I know the answer. I just.
So, basically, I came in on a crypto scene a little late. As you may know, or may not know if you watched our show, that I actually was trading on a forex market and came across, this opportunity from my DigiByte brother. He educated me a lot about what's happening, and we started dialoguing. Like, there's many similarities and there's a lot of differences. And that moment when that came, when we came together, it was like, man, we can actually make something out of this. We can actually start educating people, about what's really going on. All the information that comes to my disposal, I share it with him. And likewise, it's like, man, let's make this thing happen. DigiByte Brothers was created.
And in no way is the DigiByte Brothers only about DigiByte. I think we chose the DigiByte as our name because it's the most robust blockchain out there. UTXO, proof of work, all of the great things that Bitcoin has. So I'm proud to be considered the DigiByte Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, awareness for cryptocurrency is key, and I had to really, how do I define myself in the crypto community? And I think I was more attracted to the DigiByte community because, I like facts. I'm a kind of guy, as I grew older, from my youthful stage, and now that I'm, have my own house or houses or whatever. The thing is I needed a foundation in my life, and and it all started with the Lord Jesus Christ for me. But in the long run, I needed to learn how to manage my money, and I just once someone told me about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, it was one of those things that someone just turned the light on, in my head and said, "Go for it," and. It wasn't something I prayed about, but maybe I should have, because I lost a lot of money. But it was one of those things where, none of that mattered to me. It was all material. It was just money, and so I dedicated myself to learn about cryptocurrency, and it just led me to, what's this 5 algorithm deal? What's the? I like security. Why aren't we using DigiByte for the masses right now? I mean, it's like one of those things where, like, what is really going on here? And so, yeah, I'm glad I know you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Gary, go ahead.
I was going to say, we were talking about that we were talking about that earlier about the security. That security feature. How important it is for those who even are not currently in the crypto space. How important security is to us, that we trust. What DigiByte is and what has been created for. On top of that, I'm actually enjoying the networking. This right here is a great opportunity, for everyone, just not to see just the investment side of things, but the fact that we can actually get on here and create the conversation to help other people, man. That's big. That's huge.
Right.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, pop them down in the chat. You want to ask Mike or G Hines here? This is Garrett, right?
Right.
Okay. Any questions? I would like to talk about your guys' show on YouTube. So if you guys don't know anything about the DigiByte Brothers, you guys want to subscribe to their channel and tick the little bell so you can get updated on the most current relative information you can have. That's important because not everybody has grasped not your keys, not your crypto. There's a lot of people that leave thousands and thousands of dollars on centralized exchanges, and it just haven't penetrated.
Right.
So if you guys haven't seen them, go on YouTube, subscribe. It's called the DigiByte Brothers. I'm interested in what are your guys' plans for your platform, because I really like the education of it all. So can you guys expound a little bit on that?
Well, I think L channel is about, it's like a mini Jared Tate, you know what I mean? In my opinion, because everything that Jared Tate has like reinforced, it's been like my passion in crypto. Like things he talk about, like proof of keys and the coin market cap fallacy, his book Blockchain 2035, just those things that he stand for. And when you read his book and when you listen to him talk about cryptocurrency, it's always about creating a product that people can use, just like Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, yeah, is great. It's the first, but DigiByte creates this new opportunity for us to actually transact on chain. And so when we educate, I want to give people that full experience so that they understand that right now the market is getting infatuated with custodians that want to hold your cryptocurrency for you, and they want to do it. But you don't have to do that. You can be, one of the original people in the crypto space and learn how to have proof of keys and protect your crypto yourself.
What about you, G Hines?
Absolutely. I mean, in addition to that, I bring to the environment, the fact, that we need to educate more just about investing. I think the thing for me is just having the opportunity to share what we already know to be true, that there are many people out there that are struggling. And this is an opportunity for them to learn, step out of the box, and experience, something that's going to eventually provide them some source of income. Education has always been key for the DigiByte Brothers, and I think we actually, I had brought up the idea, and we haven't really put it out there just yet. But we did do a token, DigiByte Brothers token, and we're gonna actually do an edition, maybe an unlimited edition token that provides information about DigiByte and other cryptocurrencies as well. But it's gonna be so educational. I just can't wait for this, for us to really sit down and put this information together. So this token is going to have some value to it. But I think ultimately, it's all about educating people and giving them the opportunity, to play in an atmosphere that's fair. Once we educate people, again, I'm stressing education because it's so important to know how to do certain things. I think, in addition to that, just, the networking, having this conversation with you, it's been great. It's great. I'm excited. I'm kind of lost for words at the moment, but I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
And Script, I just want to let everybody know that I got a master's in executive leadership, and I never wanted to use it to be a leader of a huge Fortune 500 company. I just wanted to use it to learn how to synergize people around an idea or concept. And I think education is the most profound way to do that, because when people know the truth, the facts, and all of that, they make the right decisions. And I think that's what we want to do, is present the facts to people. And yeah, we're the DigiByte Brothers, but hey, I hope you can see past that and understand that we're trying to teach you about cryptocurrency in general. And yeah, that's my spiel.
Okay. Yeah, so education is key. It's one of those things where do you find it? Who is a reliable source? And you got to be able to, when you're searching on YouTube, you got to be able to weed out the phonies. And there's a lot of phony crypto educational speakers out there. I mean, seriously, you don't want to get caught up in the hype, like, here, invest in this coin, it's going to the moon. Even though all cryptocurrency communities do advocate the moon. We're early, right? The moon, right?
We all want the moon. Like,
we all want the moon.
Not wants the moon. Like,
who doesn't love the moon? We all want to go there. But I think that DigiByte for me is one of those. Since it has a huge loving community, it's very vast, and you have a core team. You have. I consider us being part of the DigiByte awareness team, even though we don't put official DigiByte awareness team on our platforms. We are the awareness. Without us, it wouldn't go anywhere. And in fact, anybody that tweets out facts or to evangelize anybody to DigiByte is part of that awareness team. We are a team, and yes, on other crypto communities can interact with us, and that's what Crypty Girl's doing, right? She's doing the Celsius.
She's amazing.
Oh yeah, she's doing the Celsius petition,
right?
And so we're almost there to that number. We would really like a lot more people signing the petition for Celsius, but that's just a collaborative effort from a community member to another community member. Right. She's like in the Hex community too. It's like,
right. I was just about to say, she's in the Hex community, and normally in these, when you're one corner, as they say, then people get offended when you start to look at other products. But people have to understand that when you were in cryptocurrency, you're looking at the fundamentals of stuff, and like Celsius and Hex, those are DeFi products that are going to help people be able to collateralize their cryptocurrency in ways that's, because the only way right now to get cash would be to sell your cryptocurrency. Wow. So if you don't want to sell, then there's ways for you to turn it into a loan. So I'm definitely a fan of DeFi, but I'm just not a person that's ready to give up his keys yet, because I don't think that the market seriously is really, OKEX, their custodian just walked off the site AWOL. So like, it's definitely for me. I'm just a little nervous about getting involved with different projects out there because of that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think for right now, my biggest investment right now is DigiByte. I'm holding true to it. I do still trade on the market, just to try to make enough money to put back into, DigiByte again. But I'm with you on that, brother. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I've been all in on DigiByte for a while. Um,
It's such a dirty word for some people to say that. You know what I mean?
really,
I'm
all in
all
or
in.
DigiByte or all in?
I'm all in. It's like
I've been all in, man. Look, I'm all in. I'm all in with the community. I just want to be able to, just talk about some things about
right.
DigiByte. Like I think one of the most important things, and another channel or another show I talked about was like 5 other community members. The Mike, remember the tribalism that was going on between all these cryptos, and everybody's
Yeah.
super angry on YouTube and woo on Twitter, man, dude, it was like crazy.
It was like you had to pick your coin, and that was it. And you
Yeah,
had to
dude.
argue everybody else down on why your coin was better. And I mean, it was so much spamming going on Twitter that it was like, you know what I mean. And we was classy though. I think DigiByte was classy. We always was classy. And when people would come and say things to us, you know, I used to back in the day. About 3 years ago, I would go all in and say, "Well, screw you," and you don't know, and you're not researching. But now it's like, if you don't get it now,
You ain't gonna get it. You are not gonna get it. I just wish I would have invested a little bit sooner, but I think in the time, in due time, I always I go by my faith and believe that things happen in its own time in the right time. And right now is a great time for us to really push this, and that's what made me go 100% committed and into DigiByte, because I see the future. And even though we may not know exactly when DigiByte is going to hit a certain number, as most people really waiting for it to hit $1, but you know, I think when that time comes, the people that are in it are going to do right by it, and I think, matter of fact, we were talking about how this transfer of wealth, this is going to be one of the biggest wealth transfers in the world. And I won't just, stick it strictly to DigiByte, but, to the crypto arena. I think there's going to be a lot of wealth transfer, with this opportunity.
and I always tell people, Garrett, when I talk to people, I say, well, when you have money, you invest it.
Yep.
And when you have Bitcoin, you invest it. Okay, that's what I tell people because you know what I mean. It's the same concept. You're trying to get more satoshis, and I can remember about 3 months ago when my satoshi level, because I was in DigiByte, was just like spectacular. It was like really high. So uh, I think that investing in DigiByte is smart because you have the opportunity to gain more stats as the Satoshi value goes up. So I try to explain that to people and they see it. So they start looking at not only the USD price, but also the Satoshi price.
Yeah, the DigiSats.
Right.
Money guys. I have friends, right? And I talk to them. It's a very weird thing to talk about somebody else's financial, their money. I mean, oh, what are you doing with your money? Are you putting it in the bank or something? It's really, if you really look at it, it's a really private thing to even engage to somebody about money, let alone cryptocurrency. And I think a lot of failures with letting other people know about, the educational part is cool, but then trying to help them with their finances,
Right.
they look at you like, oh, you're trying to scam me, like, but it is a very private thing, money.
Right. Right.
And it is a huge transition from United States dollars, a bank account, checking account, savings account, CD account, market account, whatever account, to cryptocurrency. And I think it's they're right to be more on the private side, like, hey, don't talk to me about money, because they're doing their own thing. And but at the same time, so it is a very private thing. And even in crypto, guys,
Right.
it's not wise to talk about how much you got. I have showed myself on was it Twitter, and talked about it on. So I have showed some of my gains or
Right.
one of my bags, one of my wallets.
Right.
But it's the same thing for keys, though. Like you, keys need to be private. And Celsius Network, yes, they have your keys, and so I wouldn't be putting a lot on it. I mean,
Right.
what I mean, like, but the thing is it's still a good, the communication level with other communities to community. The philosophy is not your keys, not your crypto, and that's just absolutely true.
Right.
And then you're giving your private keys to somebody else. That's like joining the United States Treasury, and they own your keys for life, and or like PayPal, that's
Right.
about to take the world by storm with crypto. At the same time, like, people don't understand, if you don't have your keys, you're not in power.
Nope.
Like, we're trying, for the longest time, we've been trying to get away from that. And I think we have a private right to, we don't have to do that. And
Right.
hopefully they don't make that law. If they make that law, then, all the people that said, hey, we need adoption, but in order to get adoption, we need regulation. And they're going to put regulations and taxes and all these things that are really going to bite us in the end,
Right.
for allowing this regulation to happen. And the thing is I keep hearing, well, we have to let it happen. We have to let it happen. Those are people already laying down the shield, their helmet, their breastplate, their sword. I mean, like, man, I'll still fight it. I want to be as compliant as possible. Decentralization is compliancy. If you get the whole world working together in transactions that are trusted on the DigiByte platform, the blockchain, and everything's trusted with consensus, it's bringing the old world into the new world, and that's how it's compliant. I mean, because like when you're trying to, log in on Facebook, you have to give your proper identity, or a pseudo name that connects to your proper identity. And there's so many flaws with that. But when you take that and put it on the blockchain, it's kind of hard to get out of that thing and say, no, that wasn't me. That was some other guy hacked my information. No, you can't be hacked on DigiByte. So that's the thing, is like, I don't even think people understand compliancy. I want to be as compliant as I possibly can without, being a slave,
Right. And regulation is this thing where you can have too much of it. Like, it's good to have some regulation, especially because we have bad players in crypto. We know that. But you don't want to do regulation that stifles the industry, like DeFi. DeFi is a very unique creation within the space. It gives you liquidity to your current cryptocurrency without having to create a tax. So I think regulation is good, but like you said, too much regulation can be bad as well.
I think it's also like a false sense of security. When we put all these regulations and policies, just like the Stable Act that they're trying to put together right now, you see how the crypto market actually reacted to that. Almost everything was going down just because they threw that idea out there, Stable Act. Who knows if they want to sign it? That's going to cause regulations to go in, for what, 2021. Who knows?
Yeah, that Stable Act is kind of interesting because it will require anybody that does a stable coin to have a banking charter. Thank you, Long Live Hex.
Long live Hex.
Yeah. So that, I think making people have a banking charter could really stifle the growth of stable coins. But again, I'm not in it for stable coins. I'm not in it for DeFi. I'm in it for fundamental blockchain.
Yeah, I mean, stable coins to me are more for trading, or trying to keep your capital gains so you can continue to make a profit. It's to skip the whole decentralized system in the whole. If you really look at it, it's to keep. They're really wanting to gain more U.S. dollars, and when you think about this, what?
Exactly. Yeah.
You're trying to gain paper.
Right.
I have a friend. His name's FaZe Crypto. I've been going on his channel for a while, and we've been talking about all kinds of things, crazy things. But you know what? I'm a crazy guy. But the thing is, like he was like, soon we're not going to ask, how much Bitcoin is in U.S. dollars. We're going to ask how much U.S. dollars is in Bitcoin.
And I wonder how that world looks, because I've tried to dream about it, but I wonder how that world looks. How does it look with Bitcoin as a reserve currency? And it's going to get there, because there's no way we can continue to live in an inflationary world. Life is getting harder. It's getting harder to afford things. So it's important that people understand that there's going to be some change, because people are getting tired of inflation. I mean, it's not just us. It's the richer people getting poor, because inflation actually taxes your money. So cryptocurrency is here to stay. I think the regulation will just make it more difficult for people who might not know the space, but the people that's in the space are just going to learn how to navigate through that.
That's true. I mean, there already are ways to navigate around, paying your taxes, holding gold and all that. So there's a lot of ticks and tips of the trade, or tricks of the trade, you might say, that we don't even know. And for players that have been in the money game for a long time, I know moving out of the country is one of them. I know a Swiss bank account or a island bank account is another. And then I found out you can have a tax write-off from all your crypto without paying your taxes if you put it all in gold or something like that. I'm like, wow, there's just so much information out there. This old world has to die before Bitcoin becomes the world currency. Because, I mean, if you look at it, Bitcoin's going to absorb the world currency. I mean, the authority part, like you can't buy, sell, or trade without Bitcoin. But then they're going to find out that Bitcoin is so slow and clunky that they're going to have to find an alternative. Now, the thing is hopefully they might like the public ledger part about it, seeing the transactions, not so much, the FBI or whatever, the CIA would like to follow, criminals through that public ledger. And I think that's what makes it compliance. There's a way to do it, right? It's not completely decentralized, but there's a way that they can track us eventually. And I don't think they like the slow part of it, because it's not really connected to anything until you sell on a platform, a centralized platform. But the thing is, like, they're going to have to find something kind of like that, Bitcoin, but faster. Apparently, I knew about Litecoin before DigiByte, and I was like, oh, well, it's Litecoin, like freaking Litecoin. It's faster. There's more than there's a higher more amount than Bitcoin, and it was cheaper. And then when I discovered DigiByte, I was like, what in the world is going on? I mean, I'm seeing this progression, and I'm seeing that, okay, well, DigiByte can do all that in a bag of chips times 5, and then some. Like, you're creating real world application use case with DigiByte, and I think it's underappreciated, undervalued, and underrecognized. That it could be the king of crypto. And if you want security, you can actually use DigiByte for other cryptocurrency projects. And this is like the highest security, guys, that you would want, right? And it just seems like it's underutilized. Like it's how should I say this? It's under the foot. It's being held down by people that want greed.
Right.
There's a greed mass or a mass amounts of greed, like population out there that still need to go away.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't want money, right? But when you're programmed to keep the good projects down
Right.
and just capitalize on all the people that are investing now and just basically trading it, 100x leveraging it, you know, there's something seriously still wrong with this thing. So
It's only going to happen but it's only going to happen for so long. There's a threshold for all of that. Even now, just realizing, like when we was going over that topic of market cap being, you know, like not being a great indicator of the value of a cryptocurrency. Like it's not the same as, you know, your stock market, where you actually have you still have to look into and do your research into what you're investing into, such as DigiByte. Like I truly believe that DigiByte is being held down by those who don't want to see it succeed. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because we have good people like you who will have a forum where we have these conversations and show people like, look, at the end of the day, we're going to make sure that we shine this light on this concept that was created by Jared Tate, which, you know, which can actually help a lot of people, a lot of financial institutions, a lot of everything. I mean, you have authentication, you have the government that currently, you know, are looking for, you know, ways to authenticate, you know, because of COVID. I mean, uh, you can't identify somebody just by hearing their voice. You actually have to go through a set of security procedures just to make sure they are who they say they are. And if you know you feel like you know that's not enough, let's ask some more probing questions. Why
Right.
not utilize what we already have in this technology? You know, I think DigiByte will have its time, and when it does, it's going to exceed the expectations of many people. That's just my projection on DigiByte. Me and Mike, we really, you know, he actually got me into it really deep at this point. I can't turn back. I
yeah,
can't turn back.
yeah,
You know, 'cause the
don't
world.
use the dirty word all in.
I'm all.
It's such a dirty word. But I was just going to say that I think, you know, to look at things as a cup half full is that this price is spectacular for the person who's trying to first get into the space and accumulate. Because that's all this is about, right? Accumulation as much as you can. Because I don't see a world where I sell my DigiByte. I see a world where I sell it to get rid of fiat debt, but I don't see a world where I'm selling a whole bunch of DigiByte. I just don't see it. I really see this stuff being like a protection, like property. And I like to tell people the story of Benjamin Moore, which is my great grandfather, who had property, and now we have no property in the family. With DigiByte, it can't be taxed away. It can't be. You have to physically give the property to the person that's trying to garnish it from you. Unlike property tax, where not property tax, but property, where it can be taxed away. It can be, if you don't upkeep the property, it can be taken away. So for me, I think the 2 cents price is great for new people. But do I want to see the price go up? I do. But 2 cents right now, I'm like, ooh, I can get more.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good entry level, and you know, it's not going to stay at a penny and a half or 2 cents, guys, forever, or 3 cents. It's going. It's going to go. And my thing is I talked about it many times before. It's like, all right, so you know, all of us that's been, you know, through the bear market and have seen as much as we've seen, um, I'm starting to catch on to some of the pitfalls of the the well-known people that like I call them Bitcoin maximalists, but they're not even that really. I'm starting to see that uh, major corporations are merging, and they're not blockchain. It's not blockchain technology emerging. It's about major corporations that are using like Link or something like that, like Walmart using in China in VeChain. It's like this. That's adoption. When it actually gets used and everybody sees the app, officially in their Walmart, checkout. I mean, like, and that's the thing. My thing right now, it's a money grab right now, and if you're not careful, you can be taken for all you got. So that's why I'm not trading the big trades. That's why I'm not doing anything like that. I'm slowly accumulating DigiByte every week, and as much as I can get sometimes. The most important thing here with us right here is awareness for others, and showing them would be. It's not like it's do your own research, people. Don't get me wrong. Don't follow every word we say, but it's important to know certain basics about crypto, whether you're in DigiByte, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, BAT, Cardano, whatever, XRP even. I don't, but the thing is like, for DigiByte, for me, when I get capital gains here, when I make some money off DigiByte, because of DigiByte is grassroots, the core members are really trying to listen to the people, are really trying to build platforms like DigiAssetX, DigiID. These are people that are using their own money for the most part, that need our backing and the community's backing. I think the community is so scattered sometimes, but it seems like when Josiah rallies up the troops to, hey guys, we're going to get XMRig going on here. We need some more codes to fill out or fill in and get this thing on its roll. That the DigiByte community does generously, support those funds, and that's really cool. And a lot of times we can't. People that come into the DigiByte community, they rag on some of the things that DigiByte has been doing so far, but what they don't understand is it's a community effort. It's not like a major company's coming in and say, all right, we're going to take over now and we are going to do it this way. There's no CEO, guys. So I feel really fortunate that I'm in cryptocurrency, that yes, we do have a core team, and yes, not everybody knows who they are. Just saying. but we do have a team, and we do have a foundation, DigiByte Foundation. We do have a DigiByte awareness team. But most of all, I think just for me, just trying to find my place, how can I give back to the community? And once I do get those capital gains, what could big major part should I play in?
Right.
And that's a lot of the things that are really, because people don't have that mindset, the mindset of building. Because you get to be a wise master builder, you have to be taught, and that's why doing your own research at first, and then taking classes, get educated, and get some things in your life, so you don't use your capital in DigiByte in the wrong places. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to pay off my house, I'm going to do all this stuff, but the thing is like I got to give back, and I got to allocate some funds to the programmers, to the devs, to keep this thing rolling, because ain't no one going to come up in here and say, this is how we're going to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, definitely. DigiByte is decentralized in that way that the community has to pay for itself. Like, you know what I mean? So definitely when I get my capital gains, I don't see myself not giving back to DigiByte. I definitely see myself being a resilient giver. And I think My computer keeps timing out on me.
Timing out.
Yeah.
Tell it to stop.
Yeah, but
Dude.
that's my spill. I think we're decentralized in that way that there's no company that is making profits. So we have to give back to DigiByte. That's why I give away DigiByte, honestly. I give it away because I just like the stuff. Like I don't know. I do. I don't know. I just like it. And a lot of times when you give it away, you're giving it away to people who probably can't afford it. So
yeah, that's true too. There's a lot of people in the community that are literally putting like all they got in it. You know, like $20 a week. Hey, that's all they got. Or
right.
$20 a month. That's all they got, guys. And that's why I am an emotional human. You know, I not for the trading aspect, but for people. And like Blaz, the memes lord. You know, Blaz.
I love him.
He has the DigiByte memes team. You know,
he has a memes team, and then he has a rapping. That man, I listened to the playlist. Have you gotten the playlist yet? And just listened to it all the way through.
I haven't seen the playlist. I am on his YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. He has a playlist of like all the songs, and every time I'm around people, I play it, and they be like, "Man, you just DigiByte everything." I'm like, I know.
Yeah, I told him, hey man, maybe you should mention some DigiByte influencer names in there in those songs and like level it up.
Yeah.
I got some digis in my wallet with different beats in the background.
Right.
Okay. Right. All right. All right. We're gonna make a record.
You have the Piss Acapellas, I believe, have a song out called DigiByte. It's a rock song. It goes DigiByte, DigiSS, DigiID, DigiShield.
Oh yeah. I saw you. I thought that was you, man.
No, that wasn't me. That's a song by the Piss Acapellas. They do cryptocurrency songs.
No. Oh wait, I did subscribe to their channel, but they didn't have very much stuff going on that channel.
Not much, and of course, people that do things for cryptocurrency are doing it for the now. Yeah. I like to tell people the story of my email account, my Hotmail email account I got in 1995. I didn't think that everybody would have email. I just thought it was a cool thing that certain people would have. But as you see technology, as it gets dispersed, it becomes a necessity. So I feel like I'm back in 1995 with my email account with DigiByte. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, like, because it's unknown. We're in the unknown, guys. I mean, like, the whole world is changing, and it's not exactly how I thought it was going to go. You know, like, I figured we were going to hold, like, massive DigiByte group meetings, you know, everywhere. We were going to all travel together.
Man, just think about this, though, right? When everybody comes from out of their cocoons and really come out, because you have people that hasn't came out their house since, you know, the pandemic actually was, you know, started, right?
Crazy.
So, but just imagine those people go into the ATM machines and seeing Bitcoin signs, and then being able to, like today, I'll give a good example. Today, I was in Sam's Club. Like almost every state has Sam's Club, right? So I have the Scan and Go app on my phone. So as I'm picking up items, I'm watching people going to the register, and I'm looking like, these are going to be the folks who are left behind because they're not utilizing the technology that everyone has at their disposal.
Yeah,
right here in their hand. So you know the time that it took for me to pick up my items and scan, and then go, it was like, man, I just gave myself an extra hour worth of time to spend doing something else like this show. Because if it wasn't for, you know, just the scan and go technology, just like how DigiByte, you know, once they get a hold of what DigiByte really is able to do and really utilize it in the real world, it's going to look brand new to a lot of people. And I say, you know, what gave me the confidence in cryptocurrency is the fact that the president, he nominated the comptroller of currency. I forgot his name. Oh my god, I had it in the tip of my
All you
tongue.
need to know is he's a fan of cryptocurrencies.
Cryptocurrency. He came from that's his background, and to know that he came out with a statement a few weeks ago saying that cryptocurrency is here to stay. It's like, all right, let me put on my seatbelt. Let me enjoy this ride.
Going to the moon. So no, but you are right. I watch a lot of documentaries, right, on YouTube and Netflix. More YouTube. I can find a little bit more interesting things on YouTube. Probably actually, search online for even better material. But there's still a lot of good things about, how to make money without being bombarded with commercials and stuff like that. Or some new way. But the real truth of the matter is, we have a device that is capable of giving us, because you held this up, Heinz. I just wanted to say that's capable of making us wealth, not even leaving our home. And I think the thing is a lot of people don't understand what this is. This is the controller, to the world. This, you can literally make. You should. In fact, I heard that everybody that owns an iPhone that costs $1,000 should be making at least $1 million in capital. And where do they get that information? Well, because you're on tap with the internet, you should be able to have a business model. You should be able to have a brand. You should be able to be buying and selling products out there. But it's getting harder and harder when you got mega corporations like. What's that company I don't use anymore? They're big. Amazon. That's
Amazon.
Amazon. I don't use them anymore. But anyway, they used to have like affiliate links and affiliate programs. They still do, but not as much as it used to be. Right. And that's why we need to get on other platforms to dethrone Amazon. I'm not against Jeff Bezos. Don't get me wrong. It's just, you got to understand that these guys are a monopoly.
Yeah.
And the more people that understand that, the more people wisen up to start, creating their own wealth through other companies and striking deals through other companies. Because let me tell you guys, Amazon has some kind of freaking mind-blowing shipping agreement that they don't pay anything.
Right.
I mean, how can you compete out there with other platforms when they're not paying for shipment, or everything's free on that end? And, but trying to send it back is a nightmare, man.
Yeah. Amazon, one thing I will say about Amazon, it is resilient because they're doing their own deliveries now. Like I've seen, every day I see Amazon trucks. It's one of those companies where you can't really destroy it, and you might have to get something from it just because that's the only place you can get it.
This is a good point, Mike and Garrett. Imagine having 200,000 Bitcoins. That's the potential with DigiByte.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So in the long run, in 5 years, boom. Like, what in the world? We need to get more people into DigiByte, dude. If I would have been trading and learned more about trading, I mean, I do understand it, the TA part, and I used to play around with it with Litecoin and BAT, I believe. The thing is it's majority a macro trend, unless if you're using leverage. So really, the plan is just holding. I mean, and then people will try to suck you in, try to say, well, you need to sell it on the high, buy on the low. And I get all that. But if you're not leveraging it, it's not going to really matter. Or if you don't have a lot of capital in the beginning, it's not going to really matter. The safest bet is to hold long term, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. But the more DigiByte you own, the more money you'll make, more money than Bitcoin. Because, I mean, DigiByte just smashed up 600%, 940% if you count all the peaks and the valleys, going up just in March to, what was it? June. Yeah, March,
Oh yeah,
April and May, dude. It was like 940% from when it was 40.0043. You know,
And
and
isn't it amazing that it's when DigiByte gets to its like stable price, it's always stable. It's like it's always perfectly stable. Like, and if it's 2 cents, it's 2 cents, or it's a little under or a little higher. Like, how? Why do you think that is? Like, is there someone making it that price?
you mean at the price that we're at now?
yeah,
I think we have a lot more holders now. I noticed when Bitcoin dropped, like 25%, 20%, 10%, DigiByte did fall a little bit, but it didn't go as far as I thought it could have took a hit, but it seems like there's a lot more buyers at this level where it's at now. Before, during the, Coinbase Binance listings or potential listing with Coinbase and Binance listing, they listed it. There's a lot more holders in DigiByte now. And I think they're in it, at least till 6 to 13 cents of all-time highs. I mean, they see how big of a movement it was. I ain't gonna lie, guys. Like, I was doing little tiny DigiByte videos, just educating people, reading articles when it was like 0.0043, and I just thought this thing was going to go down a lot more.
wow.
Yeah, I mean, I bought quite a bit of it, but the thing is like, I didn't think it was going to move up to 3 or 4 cents. It hit like 3.0399 or 4, almost 4 cents, or it did in some platforms. But the thing is, like, I didn't expect that,
Hey.
And I think we all play our own part. I was even thinking there was a lot going on that still hasn't been fulfilled yet that we talked about in those months. We're right around the corner where everything's going to fall into place. And I don't think a lot of people are hating the price of DigiByte now. What they don't realize is they just got in. They should have been getting in when it was under a penny.
Right.
And they're hating it now because all they see is the chart and their money going up, down on the level that they bought it.
Right.
It's like, step back, chill out, watch what happens.
Patience, people.
Patience, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I've lost so much money being impatient. I'm gonna tell you, and this is one of those. And when I say this is one of those gold mines that you really have to be patient with.
Mm-hmm.
Really have to be patient with it and just see it through. Don't invest money that you can't necessarily afford to, risk, because the moment that you invest too much, you're keeping your eye on it. You're keeping your eye on it, and you're like, man, I can't afford to lose this. So, for those who are tuned in, definitely do your research. 1, 2, always think about your risk management. As much as we like DigiByte, we make sure that we're not over leveraging, or putting way too much into it to the point where we're constantly viewing it and watching it go up and down. We in it. We all in. Like you said, we are all in. So, for those again who are new, definitely, look at everything. Look at your wallet. Spend what you can. Don't overdo it. Especially if you can't afford to. Just check out our Twitter. Most of the time we giving out some free DigiByte for for some of our followers and those who subscribe to our channel, the DigiByte Brothers. We greatly appreciate all of y'all that's watching today. Definitely, thank you,
dude. Guys, I actually, I've lost a lot of DigiByte. I had 150,000 DigiByte. I bought it at 5 cents.
Oh man!
And lost it all in a wallet that I didn't understand how to back it up.
Oh man!
So what I did was
a computer wallet.
Yeah, the core wallet, but it was my fault. It was human error because what I did was I thought I backed it up on a USB drive, and I deleted the the core wallet, and I tried to load it back in. When I deleted the core wallet, guys, my keys didn't
Private
work
key.
anymore.
Oh wow.
It was weird, but it was a human error. It wasn't DigiByte's error.
So even if you put the same private key in, it didn't work.
So the thing is my USB drive didn't actually save the backup. It didn't back up anything.
Oh wow.
So that's what happened. So it's in the ether. But the thing is like that's actual loss, okay, of my own financial wealth. But here's a story, guys,
Wow.
that no one knows. I'm going to tell it right now, since you mentioned it. Potential gains, right?
Right.
So I don't remember. Well, let's see. So Bitcoin dropped from 6,000 to 3,200. Remember that in like November 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a massive dump, right? So
That was last year, wasn't it?
I saw. Well, no, it was 2018.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, it was 2018, and then we got out of it around 2019, right? I remember Litecoin it broke out. So Litecoin was $20. Okay. All right. I put in $5,000 all on Litecoin.
Oh
$20.
man.
Yeah. I was watching I was watching the Crypto Mug Investors.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, those.
It was about the DigiByte, but all of a sudden it was about Litecoin for some reason. And I was also on their show, but I was watching Crypto Crew University, and he's a guy. People say he's a scammer. Back in the day, maybe, but the guy is actually intelligent, and he gives so much information on the charts of Bitcoin. And he did one on Litecoin, right? It was like a viewer suggestion, and he did a TA on Litecoin. And I kid you not, guys, he was like, guys, Litecoin is actually, it was at $20. I mean, it dumped from, I don't know, 170 or 175 or I don't know. It was up there,
Mm-hmm.
but it went back to 175. What happened was I bought $5,000 worth of Litecoin for $20. I went to bed because I was sure that Steve from Crypto whatever Crew University was right. He never led me wrong, but I did more research on top of that. But anyway, I went to bed that night. Dude, I couldn't go to sleep. Like my whole forehead was sweating. I was sweating. My body was sweating. I couldn't go to sleep. And I woke up after I couldn't go to sleep. I literally woke up and said, I'm getting out of Litecoin. I'm getting out of that sucker. I go over there. I'm getting on the charts, and I'm looking at the book order, and I'm like, I'm out. Man, I have never been that. I've never felt that before in my life.
Right.
And then Litecoin jumps like the next day. Litecoin jumps super high, guys.
Oh my goodness.
And it kept going until it hit like 175 or something like that for that month. It was like spring or summer or something like that.
That's life changing. That's life changing money.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? It was tough, man. It was really tough.
But they say you have to invest in what you believe in, and that's how it becomes easy.
Yeah, man, dude, I would, dude, that's so true because I was sweating bullets. Dude, there was like a pool of sweat in my bed. I couldn't believe it. It was like a nightmare. I don't even understand it. It was emotion. Emotion is the number one money killer. And it's just so true.
That goes back to what I just stated. I've done that, and I mean, I've lost money because I was emotional about it, and as a result of it, I didn't get the opportunity to profit. I dig my own grave, basically. I put my money inside the hole and just put the dirt on top of it, because I was so anxious, or I didn't believe that, it wasn't going to do what I saw just based off of, using the TA indicators, or just looking at how, trend or following trends. Like, okay, I won't do that again. I won't make that mistake again. And then it happens again.
I take advice. I would listen to, that's why they always say it's not financial advice. Do your own research,
Right.
But I took a lot of advice to try to prove it out. Like, well, if you're into 20 cryptos, you need to consolidate between like 5 blue chip cryptos. And I tried that and I lost even more money trying to do something that should have gained me more money.
Right.
I've learned a lot in this bear market. And that's why I was like, man, I'm already committed to DigiByte on my Scripts Skynet YouTube channel. I'm already doing videos. I like DigiByte. I love DigiByte. Really love the community. I was like, you know what? I'm all freaking in.
Right.
I'm all in. It's either we're gonna do this right. Or we're gonna go home packing. Like I'm gonna live on the streets.
But ever since I've been all in DigiByte, my portfolio looks a lot better. I don't know if it's you or
No. I've made more money. Actually, I haven't sold yet, but what I'm saying is I made more capital gains than even investing in Bitcoin. And the whole thing going back and forth. Well, I'm all in Bitcoin now because Bitcoin's rising. But the moment you get in Bitcoin, it's going to slam, and it's just the way it is. But dude, I get in DigiByte, I'm already in the profits with DigiByte. So when DigiByte moves, guys, when it moves like 5, 10%, 20%, we're talking about thousands of dollars adjusting on my. I'm like, holy cow, man! Like, holy cow! Like
3 weeks of, I'm gonna say, okay, so I had put I dumped a nice size when it hit like under 2 cents, right? And so after like a few weeks, once it hit like around 3 cents, I was tripping. I was like, oh my goodness, what? In 3 weeks, it shoots up to almost 15, 20 grand. Like what? What investment do you know does that?
Yeah, it's a game changer. That's why I'm accumulating DigiByte, because you can get a lot more of it for your dollar.
and when it performs, you see a greater profit.
Yeah.
Even though you're not selling, I'm not selling. Like I said, I don't see how I can sell this stuff. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Even when it hit $1, Mike, you're not gonna sell.
Just like Script said, I think I'm going to pay off my house and my car, but my cars don't need to be paid off. But my house and my student loan, I'll pay those 2 things off.
I would much rather pay stuff off than buying new things. You know,
right.
what I mean? Like I want my future my assets to be covered, and then like for me, I would like to. And then I'm able to do the things that I want, there's people that are living it up right now, living in Thailand, just doing living in Vietnam, resorts, just a bunch of stuff. But like, I just want to pay off some of the things that I got and just be content with that,
Right.
I'm not just so much trying to move somewhere where it's going to cost me a lot more money, thinking, I'm going to be able to do this again. It's like,
I think that's an interesting thing of the DigiByte community, that I don't witness a lot of materialism. Yeah. A lot of people in this community are humbled, and they're not really looking for the gains that we're okay with what we have. And like I tell people, they say, well, what if the price drops? I'm like, well, if you believe in something, you just got to take the hit.
Yeah. What if the price? Yeah. It's a volatile market, but it always, if it drops, it seems like it goes higher than it does fall, though. When you look at the long run longevity of things, the market goes higher than it goes lower. It seems like that's the whole point of a market, right? Everybody's buying an asset, and it goes up over time, and then it drops, and then it goes up even more over time, and then it drops. Then it's just called market cycles. If people just understand, you're right now, if you're following the chart of
he should be back on.
Okay. If we follow the chart of Bitcoin, we're about to break out of all-time highs. We already have. I'm just talking about having a stability of all-time highs, right? So
I mean, just to know, and I did what I did like this search on what's the highest cost coin right now. Just the fact that I know that there's a coin out there that is worth $60,000 a coin is like mind blowing. That means that the potential for all of these other coins, even Bitcoin, could reach that could reach that number. Especially when you have the influx of all of these major corporations wanting to adopt and put their money into Bitcoin, and then you have that company called Grayscale. Is it Grayscale, the investment firm who wants to take your money as a retail investor and invest it in the same thing, or plan where it's going to give other people the opportunity to have that spillover. It's like you put all your money into this Bitcoin, you're not gonna be. They're starting these funds with $100,000, essentially. Not everyone has $100,000 to put into these plans, which means it's going to leave them the opportunity to invest in alternative coins. And I think the sooner that people really realize that this thing is here for the long haul, the quicker they can jump in and take advantage, because you're going to be either involved indirectly or directly. I'd rather be involved directly, educate myself on what's really happening.
I got
And
a question.
Mhm.
I got a question here. I know this guy. He lives in one of my houses. His name's John. What's up, John? Let's see. I use Exodus for just about everything now. I actually started on Coinbase Script, and I used to be roommates. We still are, man. I'm just your landlord right now. And he got me into this about a year ago. Now, yes, I did tell him to put a little money in the DigiByte.
Right.
And let's see here. It was before it rose up, but he had another question right here. Let's see where. Man, the chat is just going off the hook, man.
Really?
I just saw the question. Now that they're making so many different platforms for buying crypto, what would you recommend most to buy DigiByte? What would you guys recommend to buy DigiByte on a platform?
I'm a huge fan of Change Angel, but it seems as though some states don't work with that. So I normally use Bittrex. I love Bittrex.
Bittrex, yeah.
Yeah, so Bittrex, John is what's up, John? We're gonna have to get you on the DigiByte community comm talk with everybody.
Right.
So Bittrex, that's with two T's. Bittrex. You connect your bank account there and you buy DigiByte.
You can use your debit card. You can use
Debit card.
You can wire the money there.
There you go.
The wire is like $30.
And this is trading platform, John. So it's not like an app. Well, they probably are going to develop an app, or they might have already. But it's not like an app that's easy and you just buy. No, this is a professional trading platform. I'll teach you how to use it later if you're interested, John.
Yeah, John. They have the Bittrex. I have the Bittrex app on my phone.
Oh, nice.
I see it, but I keep it gives you like updated news, and it has your favorite coins on there, what the prices are, and you can buy and sell on that platform. So you just have to sign in. We use for the security feature the second. I think it's the second layer of security, Authentic. Did I say that correct, Mike?
Yeah. Two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Google Authenticator just started the ability to be able to transfer your accounts over to a new phone. But Authentic, you could already do that. You're familiar with this script, right? Two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you mean the Google two-factor authentication?
Do you use Google Authenticator or do you use Authentic?
Oh, okay. So Authentic is a two-factor authentication for Bittrex, correct?
No, you can use it for any Authentic. You can use it for anything. But I found out about Authentic because I use Gemini. Gemini.
Uses Authentic.
Yes.
But is it more secure than Google authentication?
The only difference was that you could add the Authentic back to your phone without having to worry about taking out all of the accounts. Because if you have Google Authenticator, you got to rewire all the accounts on Google Authenticator on a new phone. But now Google Authenticator can be transferred to a new phone. Before it couldn't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, so I don't know too much about that one authenticator. I'm more into the Anthem ID.
Oh, okay, so you're using the Anthem ID. Okay.
Yeah, I'm more into that. But I mean, yeah. So that's what Bittrex uses. That kind of authentication.
Yeah, you can use Google Authenticator for it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So Google Authenticator isn't as secure as anybody would hope to think. It's just like one of those. If you don't own the generator, or if you don't own the generator of your own keys for your logging in of two-factor authentication, it's really you're sharing that information. No matter how good of an authentication code there is, you're really sharing their that password with the platform, because it's how else are you going to be able to change it?
Right.
How else are you going to confirm it? Without a duplicate. And I'm sure that there's more security measures than what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, yeah, unless if you're the sole provider of your authenticator generator, because you're generating a code, that code is all you're giving it. It's used from a platform that I don't know if it's trustworthy. But the thing is with Anthem ID and DigiID, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have your own two-factor authenticator generator. So you're the owner of that generator when you use it, tied to the blockchain. It's not like on chain, but it's verifying. It's verifying your code. But the thing is like you're logging in that password. They're not getting that duplicate. Okay. But it's compliant. So they're not seeing the actual generated code. It's not there. There's no password saved there.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So you're saying that the Anthem ID can work in place of Google Authenticator?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Anthem ID is basically a third party for DigiID. It's DigiID technology, and you use it for everything. Logging in, my DigiPassword. You don't have to use passwords anymore, and you can to log into your account. You use Anthem ID to log in, and you're not saving anything. You're not saving any kind of code for them to duplicate, but it's compliant because you're logging in with your own. There's no rule that says you can't own your own generator. So what they have, that app that their two-factor authentication, Google's two-factor authentication, they own that generator. They're allowing you to use it to generate a code to log in, telling you it's safe. But even Google says it's not that safe if users of the platform want to use it because they don't have control of it.
Oh.
So Anthem ID is giving you the generator to generate your own code that doesn't have to be shared, right?
Oh.
So you're securing yourself threefold because first of all, your my DigiPassword, right? You're logging in with my DigiPassword, and then you're actually authenticating yourself over and over and over from your device.
Right.
And so you're the sole proprietor of you logging in without sharing your identification, without sharing your password, right? Your password. Yeah, you can use biometrics for it. You can use a PIN, access PIN for your Anthem ID two-factor authentication, because it is a two-factor authentication. It's just you are confirming it to the blockchain that they can't see the password, right? They can't see what you're generating. It's just validated.
Okay. So, I mean, I've definitely experienced DigiID, but I've never used the Anthem ID. I'll have to look more into that.
So Anthem ID. Let me see here. Let's see. Let me see what I can do here. Just for keepsake. That way, everybody is on point with what we're talking about here. Okay, I am going to share this on the screen. Let's go back over here. Go to screen share. Right here. All right, this is what we're talking about, guys. Right here. This is the Anthem ID. This is used by DigiByte Technology. DigiByte Technology. See? Anthem ID, the solution that allows you to log in and protect anywhere. Okay? You got the consortium, right? It's a multi-chain consortium. Uses that the API can be used for every connected crypto project member. So this is like for protecting your crypto wallet addresses. This is open. This is the new one. Open Anthem ID for developers. So there's specific program security for each whatever you're doing. Like if you like my DigiPassword platform, right? Open my DigiPassword platform. So basically, this is how you get started. Okay. And there's help videos on all this too.
Right.
Did you see that when I opened it up?
It didn't open.
It didn't open. Do you guys see what you're seeing? Can you guys see anything?
Yeah, we can see the screen of my DigiPassword platform where you're.
Okay. So and these are the projects coming soon. So these are all working. Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is for developers. Open Anthem ID, right, for developers. But what we want to be using is this. Okay, it says the world's first blockchain-powered password generator, two-factor authentication generator, and manager without saving passwords. You can use it on every website, app, service you want. Use one QR code to log in to all your websites, and with support for two-factor authentication, the 2FA, a complete replacement for LastPass, KeyPass, etc. So those are other login providers. So this replaces all that because it doesn't save anything without saving passwords, and it's verified on the blockchain. So it's great, guys, and all this is going to come back. This is all soon. And this is valid right here. Open Anthem ID. Okay, so my DigiTrust platform. This is for trust and be trusted on the internet. This is like for social media platforms and pretty much for anything. So it's basically giving us a trust and compliancy for the use cases of internet, period, for our identification.
This is why I'm so excited about DigiByte, man. It's just.
So here's your core wallet. Like say you have a DigiByte core wallet or a Bitcoin core wallet. You use this to secure your core wallet. You scan the QR code of your, like the Bitcoin Explorer and all that, or your wallet.
Right.
That's what also the consortium. And then coming soon, your DigiZipper, the world's first secure archive file format powered by DigiByte blockchain technology. Secure your zip files with Anthem ID instead of like WinZip or whatever. And it's all verified on the blockchain. And it's, dude, I mean, this is game-changing security at its finest. They can't hack you. They can't go up in there and say, hey, where's Mr. Garrick's keys? I don't see it. Yeah, that's because it's validated on the blockchain through the device that he's using. So this consortium thing, this is a decentralized blockchain authenticator consortium, multi-chain authenticator. So there's just all kinds of. This is where you're authenticating each boom DigiByte, Bitcoin, Redcoin, and more to come. There's all examples on here, right? And it's just going to be a game changer. This is what happens when somebody wants to dedicate their finances, their funds, to develop something like this for us. Okay.
Can you imagine, this technology being used? I'm just thinking. I'm not thinking so big. Just in the government. Let's just say hypothetically, the government actually used this technology. How big it could actually become. Wow.
And the other thing is, DigiID without Anthem ID is free. Like, so you can implement DigiID with any platform. I know the Anthem ID, you have to pay for that, right?
No, they're free. You can actually pay for the like better systems, but the funny thing is it's free. So you go on there, that's free. I think to get I think you have to get like a what do you call it? I keep hearing my voice in the background. Maybe one of you guys have the volume up. Oh, by the way, if you guys have your volume up trying to hear your voice, it will echo through the whole video. I should have told you guys that.
I was hearing myself the whole time talking, so I thought it was just me.
Oh. So hopefully we don't have any interference, guys. Let us know if you guys hear any echoes. But yeah, no, there's a free version, and then if you want to go mainstream, like the Open ID, Anthem ID, like for the developer side and all that, it's nothing's going to be free on that end, but it's next to nothing. Like LastPass, Anthem ID can logins. Basically what he said, replacing LastPass or KeyPass or whatever. Yeah, that system costs, okay, but it's like $17 a year or something like that.
Really?
I mean, what's $17 a year when it's like you're able to validate all over the website no matter where you're at? So there's no echo. Okay, cool. Yeah, and G Slick here says DigiByte could be used for so many things, and it's true. And really, it's up to the community members or people that want to invest their time, efforts, and capital to make something to contribute to DigiByte. I mean, the sky's the limit, guys. There's absolutely nothing that this UTXO blockchain can't do. It might be limited now, but still ahead of its time. I mean, we got things like in that DigiAsset X, that platform coming out. The soft launch was supposed to be December 1st, but when it comes out, guys, it's a game changer. You're going to be able to buy somebody's digital asset, DigiAsset, and scan the QR code how much you want and trade that for DigiByte.
Oh,
it's
wow.
Going to be awesome.
So it's going to be a little more advanced than Broker.
Yeah, I mean, DigiBroker is still a good platform. Don't get me wrong, but I think what's going on with DigiAsset X, it's going to change the game for DigiByte. I don't think people understand how big this is. It has more usability. It has more of a legit feel to it, and it's a platform you can trust. So it's going to use the DigiByte technology.
Yeah, I've been on DigiBroker. I haven't bought any assets, but I've used it to create Digi assets.
Yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing, guys. So as a community, like Josiah developed the DigiAsset, create DigiAsset website.com, right? It's really important that we get these things going, like DigiByte Go, DigiAsset, create DigiAssets.com. We need these things still running. And, yes, we do have the wallets, and Android is not allowed to create assets or something like that. But the thing is we're so scatterbrained as a community. We need to give to the developers and basically like talk to Josiah or go to the DigiByte.io and find out where you can contribute $5, $10, $15 or whatever amount to the project we need to keep running. What's up, dude? Here's the man right here. DigiByte Bitcoin. That's right. You guys know who this is?
No, I don't.
I haven't heard.
He's a man of many faces. That's FaZe Crypto, man.
Oh wow, okay.
That's FaZe Crypto. He's crypto tuber on Twitter. He's DigiByte on Twitter. He's Bust Friendly on Twitter and YouTube. Oh yeah, YouTube, Twitter, and so many, and FaZe Crypto, and so many more. So many. Light Guru. That's right.
Yeah.
So I was on his Light Guru channel, man. We were. I'm able to talk, about anything on his channel. It's really cool. Really a great friend I developed with it, because he actually FaZe Crypto actually has made more DigiByte videos than anyone in the space.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just and he comes from a background where you actually have to start off well, for me, I had to be on his level. I was more intrigued about how he was presenting DigiByte and the whole philosophy of the whole world and money, monetary wealth into Bitcoin and DigiByte. And I believe he's covered other cryptos too. But lately on his videos, he's getting really enthusiastic, It's pretty cool. So guys, we've been on for almost an hour and a half. You guys, let me see if there's any questions in the chat real quick. Do you guys have any questions for the DigiByte Brothers? Any questions, guys? Dude, the chat has been blowing up. Like, dang.
I would have loved to see that chat just scroll.
You do have it. All you have to do is just click comments.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh wow, okay.
You guys didn't know that? I'm sorry. I should have told you that.
I did. I would have been like,
If you go to private chat, that's just you and I.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to secretly message me something that the other chat can't see.
Got you.
I don't know. I don't know why that is. Maybe for the business.
Oh yeah, this chat is definitely
For real.
Do it again. Oh. How did DigiByte Brothers get into crypto? Yeah, so
Great question.
there you go. How'd you get into crypto?
I got into crypto because back in 2017, I watched the documentary Banking on Bitcoin on Netflix. And ever since I watched that, I just been like dying to learn about it. But I found DigiByte simply by searching the CoinMarketCap website in 2018. I looked at the price and was like, why is this cheap?
Yeah, I'll say for me, it was really, really simple because I understood, what was happening, coming from an investment background. I have, be honest with you, I have all my insurance licenses, and I wound up getting my investment license, and I just saw how everything was actually hitting, and then on top of that, trade. And so, um, when the idea of crypto was given to me by my DigiByte brother Michael, it was just like, man, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? Once I come across some money that I can really throw at it and really just allow for it to just sit there and watch it accumulate, it's like very simple. It's very easy. I'm a patient guy. I'm one of those people who, my background is, and believe it or not, it's not even in finance. It's in criminal law. So it's just like one of those things like DigiByte, when I understood, as Mike say all the time, we lifted up the hood, we looked in to see what DigiByte is all about, and we said, you know what, let's check all the boxes. So this is how I got into DigiByte. Uh, crypto. I don't own any other, I guess, crypto asset at the moment. We always exchange the Bitcoin for the DigiByte. So I'll say that's how I got into crypto.
I got a question for Mike here.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Master of Leadership, I have a question. What do you think about the regulations in terms of the future of red tape in the crypto universe? How will blockchain be used for good or bad or not? What?
Sometimes government regulators, they get it right, and sometimes they don't. I think the blockchain space is resilient enough to maneuver through the regulations that are created, because the regulations will only make you tiptoe around the product. It's not going to prevent the product from growing and continuing to grow. One of the regulations that I think hit Bitcoin the hardest was Russia. And in Russia, they actually stopped the trading of cryptocurrency for products and goods and services. So you can do things like that, but cryptocurrency has now been given this store of value designation. So it doesn't necessarily even have to be a currency. It could be just alternative asset. So I'm not really too afraid of regulation or if it'll hurt the cryptocurrency market, because all it'll do is try to clean the space up. The Stable Act, basically, I'm not too against it, because I don't think stable coins should exist. That's just my opinion. But
yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I don't think this should be on the crypto market cap. I think it should be a completely different other thing.
I agree.
So there's some things out there that regulatorily and legislative that it's going to try to stifle the growth of cryptocurrency, but it can't. It's too resilient.
So, what do you think about, Mike? What do you think about the pros and cons in the future?
The pro of legislation and regulation is that more people will start to trust it and get involved when government agencies finally define what cryptocurrency is. I think more people will get involved with it. The con is the freedom that we have in cryptocurrency right now, we might not have in the future. So like getting your private keys, storing your crypto on private keys is probably something that we know of today, but in the future, they're going to find ways to probably take that from us. So I think if you have the opportunity now to store on private keys, you should.
Dude, that's a great point. In fact, everybody make several private key wallets in cryptos that you think are going to be, dominating in the future. That's a good point. We need to have multiple keys, multiple wallets now before they restrict all that. Great point, Mike.
I think at some point it's gonna cost us. Believe it or not, I think for regulations, I think that once they add those regulations, it's going to actually slow down that process of getting your own keys and begin to charge you like you're a bank or a financial institution. I see that actually happening, but we shall see.
Yeah. In fact, I think it actually is going to be, in my mind. Okay, guys, I don't know. I'm thinking if like regulations, I think regulation is going to come along with a certain kind of crypto navigator, and they're going to either pick a cryptocurrency or a crypto blockchain, create their own, or connect like pick a blockchain, like say ADA or whatever. Let's just say ADA. We've been waiting so long to see this magnificent project, Let's just say ADA comes out. It's everything we thought it was going to be, or we were told to be. Let's just say that. And then the government uses it. Okay. They can change everything about it. You guys are absolutely right. Um, so yeah, I think it's really important to get it while get it awareness and get it in while it's free. Yeah.
Right. And remember that store of value is really what most people are getting in it for. Like, and even if it isn't used as a currency, it's still going to be used as a store of value, and that's never going away ever.
Yeah. No, I just don't want regulation to stifle the communication like atomic swaps or DeFi or whatnot, like communications of development, because this development is still in the process. Like, like REN DGB, like now DigiByte can become locked and become a ERC20 token, right? I mean, it's just, or freaking the Oracle, like Link and other oracles to help the Ethereum virtual box. Those things are crucial ecosystems that if regulations come in there and just stifle it, that there is no technology here, guys. It's a dead end, and we just can't let that happen.
No, I
And I don't think that will. I think the regulation and the control of the currency said that the regulation that was to come out, we'll be happy with it. So hopefully we'll be happy with whatever regulation that they come out with, because again, he was someone in crypto in the high space, so he knows, he should know what's not be good for crypto. And so it's good to have a crypto focused control of the currency.
absolutely.
Well, so like the biggest. Okay, so here's the thing. If someone took Link, all right, like say we have in 5 years this full ecosystem that anybody can participate, and someone takes Link, that is an oracle for all these things on ERC20 tokens, and that's connected to everything. That's like the freaking oracle node that dominates. They'll change everything. It will change everything, guys. If that thing gets overtaken and then regulation walls up in between, or penalties or taxes and all that, that's how they'll do it. It's not going to be through the back door, because there are no back doors unless if you have like this unsecured blockchain that's has no development behind it to protect it from that. But like oracles, things that connect, they develop regulations and laws in the oracle that everybody has to be compliant to in order to buy, sell, or trade.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, there could be people that could get scared of that. Or, it would be good for the space, but I'll tell you what, I am not volunteering myself. Let me be the experiment. Woo-hoo. But let's see here. Now we're into aliens, guys. Okay. DigiByte and aliens. Okay, so what's up with the AI question? What about the AI, guys?
Artificial intelligence. I don't know if you guys seen the video that Jared Tate had posted, but it was about robots, and these robots were shooting. And they were shooting like they were like the best sharpshooters in the world. AI is scary to me. But with blockchain, at least we know that we don't have to trust technology. We can set it up to do, what I mean? With Bitcoin, we've seen that technology is going to do what it says. If you control the technology with the right reinforcements, it'll do the right thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you had AI, okay, you took AI and you say, all right, go free on the blockchain, right? Go free, do your thing. It's going to find weaknesses, okay?
Yeah.
And there's not very many weaknesses in DigiByte. So you're going to have to take multiple AIs against DigiByte. This is how groundbreaking DigiByte is, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. DigiByte is probably like our last stand for security in the blockchain AI quantum realm. I mean, I don't think people get it yet. And what I would like to see from DigiByte is not for DigiByte to merge in general, the other cryptocurrencies for profitable gains or DeFi, but actual like hybrid of DigiByte just continually multiplying itself, but to be more decentralized instead of Bitcoin hard forking and all of a sudden you got, Bitcoin Cash, but DigiByte eventually like freaking just multiplies and stacks.
Wow.
Yeah, Phase cryptocurrency YouTuber. Him and I, we've been talking. We've been talking. There's things that are going to eventually be for DigiByte that I don't think people are going to understand. It's going to be, generations to add decentralization, even more decentralization on top of DigiByte. And I think that's going to be the value of DigiByte. I don't think the value of DigiByte is the price. I think the value of DigiByte is the decentralization.
Right.
And how it's just, I mean, if I had the mind, like just any person that actually went through college for 10 years, dude, I would be studying DigiByte and how to make it better and have that thing multiply and stack and stack and stack on top of itself. And I don't really care about, let's make DigiByte connect with all these other blockchains so we can make wealth. I mean, eventually that's going to happen, right? I mean, it's happening now. It's in the process. Eventually regulation is going to come in here and start regulating things, but it's going to be awfully difficult for them to do that, especially when we are decentralized. And on top of that, I think DigiByte is going to be a little bit more decentralized than everybody's going to think.
I think we are more decentralized than a lot of people think. And once that price starts to rise, it's going to be a day when people say, "Wow, decentralization is better for the price." Like, it's not showing the price now, but the price of decentralization is going to be expensive in the future.
So, right here, Light Guru, I agree, bro. You nailed the script. Awesome, dude. This is him. Okay, guys.
Oh wow.
A man of many faces. Like, hey guys, like I've had like a mob of DigiByte followers on Twitter, and you'll never know. This guy has like probably 20,000 accounts. Like the DigiByte community is so great and huge, and all of a sudden this guy's controlling it all. You think you're decentralized? This is the plan.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You never know. Just like DigiByte. I think when we really look at the true value, and even though it hasn't peaked monetarily to a number that we believe that it should be valued at, I think over time, when people begin to adopt it more and utilize the technology more, which we both and we all three agree, and most of the DigiByte community agree that is one of those things. Like it's going to be a time where that technology is going to be wanted, and it's actually wanted right now. But who's putting it out there? We got to put it out there.
So, what do you guys think about social media platforms that use blockchain technology, but like there's so many, like I think Economic Ninja was telling me about Theta. Now, guys, I'm not for, this is just me. I don't care if they're using blockchain or not. I'm not for switching from YouTube to another mainstream YouTube that has all control.
Right.
But apparently it's going to be using, nodes and blockchain tech. Okay. What do you guys think about like what Light Guru is saying here? Can they talk about alternative YouTube platforms such as social media that is blockchain? Because Light Guru and I talk a lot about that as well. Basically for freedom of speech. I mean, I think everybody understands what's hate speech, right? But I mean, freedom of speech, that's what we want to protect our sovereignty and our speech. Like, I should be able to say something and someone should be able to rebuttal that, or I should be able to lie and someone should be able to tell the truth and not get offended, you know? So, you know, I mean, like freedom of speech, right? The basic forms of our communication between, you know, interracial people or nations that fight against nations. You know, we need to have freedom of speech. I think I should have the opportunity to be challenged by somebody that has a different opinion. You know.
I agree with you. I think all of that is coming to fruition as far as how that's going to look. Because now we see Facebook, Twitter, and all the other social media outlets now censoring people from saying certain things.
Yeah.
And what we're learning is people don't think for themselves like they used to, and they just trust information that's given to them. But I don't know how that looks.
Well, I'm more Mike. I'm more for like, look, man. I understand there's a what do you call it? A racism stigma and a problem out there. People hate other people just because of their skin.
Like,
My thing is like, I think we all know. A lot of us know that that's wrong. Okay, if someone actually comes out belligerent and talks to you about your skin or calls you a name, right? I think the community on that platform would back that person up. It's a no-brainer, but I don't need a big brother to you know, just because of that reason to violate my rights and shut me up because one person wants to say something racial, but I'm saying something that can unearth some truth about the government. Like, they don't want this thing happening at all. And I think it also, you know, they don't want any of that going on. They don't want free speech, period. But they do it in the name of, oh, it's for your kids, you know?
But you have to ask the real question, why?
Yeah, why?
Just like so many other things. Like, why are we doing this? Or why do you think that they are heavily investing millions or billions of dollars into crypto space now? Why now? You know, why did they print so much money in the year of 2020? You know, and you know, it's just like you start asking these questions, and it becomes more and more clear, especially when they try to take your voice away. You know, when you have people that are agreeing and yet disagreeing, um, uh, in ways where they're not fighting completely, trying to, you know, stone each other just because we have different opinions. You know, when you get to that threshold, when you get to that level of understanding, okay, we can come here. I may not agree with you, or I may agree with you on certain things. Um, they don't want that. They don't want that. Big Brother don't want that. So I think the more and more we realize that the technology that we have is, you know, steadily evolving, we need to evolve with it. What happened? I think the internet.
So Tori Grossman, I don't know if you guys seen that interview I did with him. He's part of the DigiByte community, right?
mhm.
Right, Tori? But he is, dude. No one knows really, unless you do your research. He is a controversial figure, aren't you, Tori? But cool guy to have in the DigiByte community, man. Seriously, like American hero right there. Yeah, FaZe Crypto is everywhere. FaZe is he's probably all these guys in the chat right now. I'm serious. The DigiByte community is so big. It's FaZe. It's just FaZe. Let's see here. I think the internet. Okay, what's this? Let me click this. What is this talking about? Oh, yeah, James Starr. How you doing, James? I think the internet and real humor could solve anything. We saw a cultural high watermark in 2008 when Obama got elected. I think the internet and real humor could solve anything. We saw a cultural high watermark in, okay, so like a basically a point in time, like a landmark in time in 2008 when Obama got elected. You're absolutely right. In fact, I think there was a lot of Republicans that voted for Obama too, because dude, that guy's smart, man. I mean, when he came out, he now I didn't know everything about his plan or whatever he wanted to do. It didn't matter, but just look how he presented. Look how Obama presented himself, and he changed the landscape of America. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
That's for
He
sure.
was probably one of the greater presidents of our time.
So yeah, so what's going on, guys? Is FaZe is taking over our chat room. Okay, so one is saying, "I'm not FaZe, but that's hilarious." Yeah, I don't trust you, Johnny Rico.
I'm not FaZe.
Johnny, are you FaZe?
Oh my gosh.
FaZe is there. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I wanted to click on. With Theta, all the ERC tokens that can be poured over easily. Also, no one talks about this, but fees are 1/1,000,000th of a Theta fuel. Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't even done any research on it, but the thing is like you also said that Theta will protect speech. No, I don't think it will. And this is the problem that I have with it. And the reason why is it might for a while, but Google and big brands like that already control the narrative in big tech already has their hooks in that. So I think it might appear good, but trust me, like Hedera Hashgraph, that's Google too. Guys, you guys got to do more research. I mean, if you maybe I'm sure Gregson Wong is. I like him. He's in the DigiByte community. Great guy. But I just want you to know that if you do more research about Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, these are just some of the main platforms. If you do research on servers, okay, you might find something. So that's all I got to say about that. I don't want to get too deep on this channel here. Guys, we're going to have to call it. Let's see. Who's this? I love the brothers. Kevin says, I love the brothers here.
Oh,
yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah. Even in,
Kevin, we love you too.
Even in the chat, there's a bunch of people, great people in the chat. The chat room is just blowing up, man. Crazy.
Man, we want to thank everybody that are commenting, chatting in, tuned in. It's exciting, it's exciting to know that there are people like us who are enthusiastic about DigiByte and just, the life-changing things that, oh my gosh.
This guy, Crypto Bill, knows FaZe in real life. He is not as smart as he looks. Yeah, but we've never seen FaZe.
Right.
So he's a mystery. FaZe. Crypto Bill, huh? I'm going to have to follow you on Twitter and see if you're FaZe.
But yeah, we appreciate everyone that's out, on here tuned in.
So yeah. Gregson Wong, he gets what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, I'm all about adoption. I'm all about, like Walmart getting into VeChain. I'm all about that stuff, but I just want more freedom for people that have nothing, guys. That's all I care about. I care about the massive wealth that we were told and put it in the people that like third world countries. That's why I'm into the technology. I'm not into it for people to get rich and rich and rich into a new paradigm where people just keep getting the same people that were rich before are getting more richer because they control the narrative and the code. We don't want that.
I'm here with you on that one.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying I'm here with you on that one.
Yeah, man. Man. Who wouldn't be on that train? You know what I mean? I think everybody. All right. I'm going to allow both of you to say close this out, and then I'm going to say one thing before we really end the stream. So, how about G Hines 11? Give us a closeout. What do you? Is there something that you need to tell everybody?
Man, I'll begin by saying, or end by saying, that it's really, really important for our our community to really embrace what's really happening and really get in tune with our space. I'm not just speaking of the crypto space because we got to look at all elements, what's really happening around us, how it's going to affect us now in the present, and how what it looks like when everything. I'm not sure, what's happening in other people's states, but where we are, there are a lot of changes that are happening just simply due to COVID, the COVID pandemic, and just really take heed. That this is an opportunity for of a lifetime where this is going to be maybe one of the largest times in history where the transfer of wealth to the small people, we're going to actually have a hand in that and being able to see something, our family see something of value. But that's what I have to say. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. The DigiByte Brothers. We are here. If y'all have any questions, subscribe, tune in to our channel on YouTube. We also are on Twitter really heavily. So with that said, I'm gonna pass it to my partner.
First off, Script, I want to say thanks for having us on the show. Really appreciate it. I've been seeing your work in the crypto space, especially for DigiByte, and I'm a huge fan of it. As a huge fan, it's good to be on your show. I do want to say that the DigiByte Brothers hope to get as popular as you.
What? Oh, guys, you guys need to follow the DigiByte Brothers, man. Hey, that's okay. I just found out that the DigiByte Awareness team started their own talk show and they're interviewing Crypty Girl. Now,
I know, I've seen that.
Like this is something that should have been done a long time ago. But hey, man, sometimes it takes people like us to get the core going, and but that's cool. I think these are the most valuable communications for the community right here. I mean, you want to be able to talk to the community. You know what I mean? You have if that's not there and it's only on Twitter, you're not getting anywhere. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. Why don't you finish out?
So I was just saying that definitely follow the DigiByte Brothers. We're going to continue to bring you content, educational content, and follow us on Twitter. Jihans11 is Garrett, and More Love and More is my account. And a lot of people say that I shouldn't give out my little mini DigiByte tips, but I'm going to keep giving out my tips.
Yeah. Oh, how dare you tip everybody?
We continue to give out my DigiByte tips. So if you're looking for possibly winning a tip or something, follow me. But that's all I have to say, Script.
Yeah. So Zeppelin Pass said, "Cheers, lads! Great cast." And I do, guys, do like spontaneous, like every once in a while, I get like this, this idea that I'm going to go live right now, and I'm going to invite as much people as I can. I will contact you guys. Are you guys on tap? Like, can I say, hey, you guys ready to go live now? Or you guys
definitely, I am.
You are? Okay.
I would say I am. If it's during the day, probably not. If we can catch it around this, well, I won't say around this time, but
I'm up for it every time after 9 o'clock my time. So that's actually 10 o'clock your guys' time, and that's late.
Yeah, that's late, but it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we have people from the other side of the world listening, guys. I mean,
oh wow,
discriminate. Like, let's get people going here, man. So it's platforms like the DigiByte Brothers on YouTube. So guys, subscribe over there. Subscribe to Phase Crypto. Subscribe to the DigiByte, or actually Script Skynet. Oh yeah, I also do have. This is, guys, I do this on my free accord. I do have, the comments down below this video. It's a DigiByte address that supports the channel. $5, $10, $15 big donors. We love you. Everybody loves you. Go check out their channel. And I mean, we just have a great community, especially with Phase Crypto, talking about 5 different accounts in this this chat. I think everybody loves each other, and I think we all want to be blessed and stay real.
Right.
So with that said, wave, guys.
I'm waving, guys.
I'm waiting for him.
We're waving. All right, guys, if you want to stick around, just chat with me for a second. That'd be cool.
All right.